The water delivery man just glanced at the little girl's hand. He immediately noticed that her finger was fractured. He quickly grabbed the boy's ice cream, ate it in a few bites, then placed the ice cream stick on the girl's finger and took off her hair tie. A simple splint was quickly made. This water delivery man was named David. He joked about charging her for the treatment. Just then, the girl's father arrived and took her away. Before leaving, David emphasized they must go to the hospital for a checkup. Later, the girl and her father arrived at the hospital. The doctor was amazed by the splint on her finger, saying it was timely and properly done. If it had been any later, the finger might have been lost. The doctor asked the girl to get a CT scan, but at a corner, she heard that familiar voice. It was David who had helped fix her finger. Just as the girl's father was about to thank him, he suddenly started coughing severely. David noticed something was wrong. He then placed his hand on the man's chest to diagnose. This rude gesture was pushed away by the girl's father. He insisted he was fine. However, shortly after, the girl's father began having difficulty breathing. Meanwhile, a major traffic accident occurred on the highway. Many injured people were brought to the hospital. The girl was very worried seeing her father in distress. She wanted to find a doctor to check on her father, but all doctors were busy treating the accident victims. No one paid attention to her. Following her childish instincts, she started screaming, but the doctors continued with their busy work. David silently watched all of this. At that moment, a kind female doctor came to inquire about the situation, but just as she was about to examine the girl's father, she was called away by the attending physician next door. She had to ask a colleague to take the girl's scan. David was worried, so he followed along. But in the elevator, the girl's father suddenly fainted. David and the doctor quickly helped him out of the elevator, then laid him flat. The doctor rushed to get emergency equipment, but David placed his hand on the girl's father's chest. A three-dimensional image of the patient's heart immediately appeared in his mind. He discovered the girl's father was in cardiac arrest, but the doctor brought a simple respirator and was about to intubate the patient. David insisted they check the heart. The doctor ignored him. He suddenly grabbed the respirator, telling the doctor to check the heart immediately. Reluctantly, the doctor began to examine. He found the man had no heartbeat. David told the nurse to bring the defibrillator and asked the doctor to perform chest compressions. As the doctor began compressions, the nurse brought the defibrillator. David prepared to resuscitate the patient. With David's help, the girl's father's heartbeat was restored, but he needed immediate surgery. The surgical preparations were complete. However, at that moment, they couldn't contact a surgeon who could perform the operation. Due to a traffic accident, all qualified surgeons were performing other operations. A nurse from the operating room came over, stating that without immediate surgery, the girl's father could die at any moment. Hearing this, the girl silently shed tears. She knew only the person in front of her could save her father. She wanted David to help with the surgery, but operating across hospitals would end his medical career. Just as David turned to leave, the girl grabbed his hand, then took out her only coin from her pocket and placed it in David's hand. Looking at the tears flowing down the girl's face, he silently decided no matter what consequences he would face, he would do everything in his power to help her.